Anthea, I was wondering, do you ever feel guilty about the things you do in climate change?
Of course.
What do you feel guilty about?
Lots of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I'm not doing enough,
Mm-hmm.
even though I'm trying really hard and I feel like I'm actually doing my best.
Yep.
I also feel guilty as soon as there's anything that I want or my daughter wants that
Mm-hmm.
isn't good for the planet. So
Mm-hmm.
instantly, like if I want chocolate, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But I feel like I really need that.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. So, lots of guilt.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got a quiz for you
Okay.
to find out if you are responsible for climate change.
Okay.
Are
This
you
should
ready?
be interesting.
Yeah.
Go on.
I developed it myself.
Okay. I
It's
can
not
see.
scientifically tested.
Okay.
Okay, so my first question, so there's 10 questions.
Mhm.
Okay. My first question is, in the last year,
Mhm.
how many times did you fly in your private jet?
Oh, none.
Oh, do you have one?
No.
Well, so I'm guessing if you don't have a private jet, how many times did you use your yacht?
None.
No? Do you have one?
No.
Jeez, I don't know how you live.
Such a pleb.
Okay. All right then, fine, we'll move on. So, thinking about all of your workers who work for you, do you pay them absolute minimum so that then you can build a space rocket and go to space?
No.
No? Okay.
Funnily enough,
All
I
right
don't
then.
have any workers.
Ah,
It's all me.
have you got
Helen.
a space rocket?
I don't have a space.
Well, okay then. Do you lobby the government for oil and gas drilling rights?
Can't remember any instance that I've done that.
No,
No.
haven't done that? Okay. Do you have an oil and gas drilling company?
No.
No.
If I did, I might have a yacht.
Are you a politician who grants oil and gas drilling rights?
I am not.
No. Okay. Are you a politician who scraps public transport and bike infrastructure in favour of cars, especially petrol ones?
No,
No?
I am not.
Okay. You've answered no to everything
Yeah,
so
that's
far.
interesting. Okay.
All right. Did you invent the personal carbon footprint to shift blame onto individual people and away from your petroleum company?
No, I
No.
did not.
Oh, you
Funnily
did not
enough.
do that. Oh, all right then.
This is great.
In the 1950s, I know that. I mean, you looked very young.
I wasn't born in the 1950s.
Did you conduct research into the impact of burning fossil fuels on the climate? Find out it was negative and cover up the data while carrying on extracting fossil fuels?
Funnily enough, no.
No?
I didn't. do
Your
any of that.
scientists did not say that burning fossil fuels would be catastrophic and irreversible for the climate, and yet you carried on?
No.
Oh.
I would definitely be feeling guilty if I had done all of those
You
things.
should be feeling guilty. Do you sometimes buy chocolate?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Sometimes my chocolate.
That's all your fault.
I don't. It's all because of me and my chocolate.
If only you had a petroleum drilling company, and then you could do these things without feeling guilty, because they could put all the guilt onto you.
Oh.
Do you feel less guilty?
Yeah. I still feel a bit helpless, but I feel less guilty.
Helpless might be the response
Yeah.
to the fact
rather
that
than
these
guilt.
companies and politicians are doing all of this stuff,
Yeah.
and we're left feeling guilty because we don't rinse our recycling properly, or we left the lights on when we left the room.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
So what do we do about that then?
I don't know.
So I think that, so there's individual responsibility,
Mhm.
which can leave you feeling helpless.
Mhm.
But then there's collective responsibility.
Mhm.
So I think if we have all of us together feeling like we're collectively doing something is better than individual action.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yep. Find your crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have to hold these people to account.
Yeah.
It's got an activisty thing.
It is quite activistic.
So how do we do that?
That's a great question. I don't know. I mean, I know what I do in supporting activists.
What
Like,
do you
rather
do?
than being an activist, I will, help, I don't know, by, listening to them and
Mhm.
sharing their message
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes attending marches if my busy parenting stage work calendar allows.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
signing petitions,
Donating to
donating things.
charities who do climb oil rigs so we don't have to climb oil
Yeah,
rigs ourselves.
essentially I want other people to do that and I will support them, yes.
Shopping where our dollar counts.
Yep.
That is important.
Yeah.
And going to your council meetings,
Yeah.
local government
Yeah.
meetings, voting.
Yeah,
voting.
those, yeah.
Voting's the
Yes,
most important.
Voting is very important.
And I think also talking to your kids about voting.
Yeah.
Like, not just waiting till they're 18 and then go off you go to vote,
Yeah.
but telling them who you're voting for and why.
Yeah.
And looking at different parties and what they do for climate change.
I think explaining
talking about
policies to kids is probably pretty important.
Mm.
Because I remember as a kid looking at politics thinking it was just the person that you're voting for, the party leader.
Yeah.
And it was never explained to me what any of the parties were doing.
Yeah, I didn't know the difference between them.
Yeah.
And when you're young, you end up doing that voting for like one topic that is important, like student loans.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll vote entirely based on their student
'Cause
loan
that's the one
policy because
thing.
it's the only thing you know about.
Yeah.
So maybe we should probably talk to our kids more about who we vote for and why.
Yeah. And that understanding of how to educate yourself about those policies and things going forward.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
teaching our kids how to look at and like critically
Yeah.
analyse things.
Yeah. And here's another one. Moving your money and your KiwiSaver and your pension away from fossil fuels.
Mm-hmm.
So finding a bank that does not invest in fossil fuels
Mm-hmm.
and finding a pension company that does not invest in fossil fuels.
Yeah.
That's super important because that's all
It's
the money for
massive.
fossil. That's like if all you did was
Take your
money out
Yeah.
of, like, divesting from
Yeah.
fossil fuels, take your money out of a fossil fuel bank and put it into a non-fossil fuel bank and do the same with your savings and your pension and vote.
Yeah, you've instantly done more than
That's more
all
than
of your
worrying
recycling
about
will ever
recycling.
do. Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if you've got, like, not a huge amount of money. If you've
Oh,
got,
yeah.
5,000 or 10,000, but you take it out and you
'Cause
tell
of
other people that
everybody.
you're taking it out and we all took
Yeah.
out small
Our
amounts.
5,000. Yeah. My
You've got $1
$200.
million, good, take that out as well. Sell your yacht.
Yeah.
Put your money away from fossil fuels.
Yeah.
That would be huge.
Yeah. So I did that a few years ago, and in my head, I thought it was going to be a huge ordeal having to switch KiwiSaver provider and bank, and it was actually fine.
Yeah. I reckon those are pretty good big
Yeah.
things. So
Yeah, I already feel less guilty. Thank you.
Good. That's all right, because you've already done those
I
things.
have already done all of these things. I had to stop being hard on myself.
I think it's really dangerous if individual people are feeling helpless.
Oh, yeah.
While
'Cause
big
then
companies
you're
and super rich
paralysed.
people
Yeah.
are pumping out emissions. Most
Yeah.
affluent 1% produce 15% of the world's emissions. Do you know that?
That's quite a lot.
That's a lot.
That's like a tiny amount of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, my chocolate's not really good.
Not really.
At the end of it all, is
No,
it?
I don't think so.
It's so easy though, because this is like what I tell other people as well. Is like, don't be so hard on yourself. But then it's so easy when you're in it to just subconsciously.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Put
other
pressure
things
on
too.
yourself,
It's
I
like
guess.
working for. I mean, I know not everyone can change their jobs,
Yeah.
but if you are changing jobs, or if you're starting out in the job world,
Market. Yeah.
the job market, then choosing
Yeah.
companies who align with your values, if possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I can tell you that working for a company that doesn't align with your values isn't very good for your mental well-being anyway.
No.
So you're not doing anybody any favours
Yeah.
by doing that, except
Yeah.
for that company.
Yeah.
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 Oh, nice.
Good.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Anytime you feel guilty.
Hello.
Just-
Am I allowed to get some
I
chocolate?
still don't have a private jet. Am I allowed some chocolate? I'm like, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Cool.
Wow. Good. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was fun.